All right, here we are for a nice Bronze Mythic off-season draft. We are currently Mythic 334. And Karn's just a bad dog.
I am Karn.
All right, and we're going to open up our pack here, and we're going to try and do some serious testing. Testing for the Pro Tour here, so serious drafts. And we're going to see what we can do. And pretty good pack here, honestly. So we got a lot of red cards. We got Gandalf, Rosie Cotton, and Lobelia Sackville Baggins, which is worse than Rosie and Gandalf. I think one of the three uncommons here is the choice for sure. Gandalf is the best color. I think I like being blue a lot. This card's kind of like a black, red, gold card, sort of. Rosie Cotton's really, really good, but white is a little bit awkward for sure. I think I just want Gandalf here. We're passing 0 good blue cards. We are passing some red cards, but I just don't think white is nearly as flexible as blue is. So we're going to Gandalf, pick one, pack one. Passing Instigator, Rosie Cotton, Sackville Baggins, Rohirrim, and not too much else. Reminder, of course, the overlay you see here is the untapped overlay, their Draftsmith overlay. This number here is the rating for... Come on. It's getting covered up by things. There you go. It's the LSV set review ranking. And then the bottom number here is the Draftsmith ranking based on the cards you already have and all the games ever played on Untapped. So we just did our episode of Draftsmith Takes the Wheel, which is a lot of fun, where we blindly follow the ratings, but obviously we're not doing that now. But great thing to have. Download it for yourself, untapped.gg. Use my link in chat or in the description for a guide on that. So we see Samwise and Stoutheart, which is really, really good here. Troll, Reprieve, Dunedain Rangers. We see a rare taken. Blue-green, not a great place to play. I'm going to take Sam here. Sam's really good. Sam's an excellent card. Has Flash Gandalf, which is kind of cool. It's a ring tempt. Just a good card in general. And passing Reprieve was not ideal, but we had a pretty cool blue-white deck last draft, honestly. So maybe we'll see if we can capture that again. But no good white cards here. No good blue cards, really, either. We see a Smite, the Deathless, though. So we see a rare and an uncommon missing, and a Smite, which is kind of nice. Smite's obviously very, very good. Also, Golem's Bite and Gimli Counter of Kills. Golem's Bite and Smite are pretty comparable. The Tempt on Golem's Bite is a little more appealing for Gandalf, although Smite blue-red I think is a better archetype than blue-black is. And I would say Smite probably a better splash also. I think I'm happy to take Smite here and let folks fight over black. Yeah, I mean, bad taking the Bite does pass 2 good red cards, but I'll take Smite here. I like the blue-red deck a lot, so. Okay, pack 4 comes in with Aaron Rider of Gondor and not much else. No good blue cards, no good red cards. Troll of Khazad-dûm is obviously fine in black. We didn't take a black card last pick. Pippin's pretty good, but...
The Salted Book is particularly good.
Pretty easy Aaron Rider of Gondor here, I think. The one and only Resub, thanks so much. Also, Johnny Rock and Roll Resub, thanks so much. Take Aaron Rider of Gondor. Elven Chorus. This card's actually kind of gas. Elven Chorus. I've been very, very impressed with this card. Typically, my green decks are very monocolored and legend-based, and this card fits perfectly in that. I don't think it's a card we can take right now. Not that there are many cards in this pack, honestly. I mean, Eagles is obviously fine, but it's unexciting. I'm not taking Chorus here, honestly. I think Chorus is like pretty damn good. And right now, we're in the stage of a draft I like to call looking for something to believe in. So we're not really sure exactly what our path is yet. So we're kind of just going to take some powerful cards, going to, put some feelers out, plant some seeds, and see what grows. And I think that, like, Eagles of the North is just kind of like, whereas Elven Chorus has a very, very high potential. There's a good chance we don't play it, but if we do, it'll be very, very good. So let's take the Elven Chorus and see where that takes us. Takes us into an absolutely terrible pack.
Still a piece of garbage.
This is one of the worst 9-card packs I've ever seen. Cast the Fire is actually fine. Everything else here is just beyond terrible. So, best card in the pack is probably the Nasty M. It's the one color we're not. So, I'll take the Cast and the Fire and just, I don't know, see where that takes us. Rise of the Witch King is a sweet card. Banished from Edoras, Mirror Guardian. So, blue definitely is gone. There's no blue here at all. No black really either, honestly. So, the green Gambit might be a pretty cool one. Banished from Edoras is a fine removal spell. Better than Mirror Guardian for sure. I'm not sure for green yet. And then Rise of the Witch King is actually really, really good. I'm a big fan of this card in the green decks because you're playing a lot of land cyclers usually, but we're not even really that close to green yet. So take Banish. Keep things open. Figure it all out. We see another weak pack here. Pretty easy Shire Terrace. I love backdooring into the monocolored green deck. I think it's a it's a fine deck anyway, and that it's a good thing to, kind of like if you're looking for a direction in a draft, it's a good place to be. So take the Terrace. And pick 9, we see the Relentless Rohirrim tabled. It was a pretty red pack overall. It's the best card, and we're just going to take it, I guess. That's fine. Nothing else here is particularly exciting. Anyway, want to avoid the Scry cards at almost all costs because they are really, really bad. Wow, okay. The Dunedain Rangers tabled, and that's actually a very good card. So green might be open here. It might have just been like light on green packs overall. But Dunedain Rangers is actually very, very good. So take the Rangers, like no contest here. And we see another Lookout, a Farmer, and a Now for Wrath, Now for Ruin. Cast in the Fire is like not super main deckable card. Farmer is also not super exciting either, but yeah, I guess this is... Could take the Now for Wrath, but let's take the Farmer, I guess. Maybe the Now for Wrath is better, honestly, but more higher upside card. So, all right. Obviously, a very, very rough start to our draft, but this is fine. This is the spot in the draft where you can't panic. You got to relax and be like, all right, let's just find our lane, see what we can do. These cards are all really bad. I'll take the Knights and probably not play it. Looks like Gandalf probably not going to make the deck here. Although, honestly, if we end up splashing a bunch of colors, splashing Gandalf's totally fine if we have enough ring temp stuff. So it's kind of fine overall. So we have 2 really good white cards, a really good red card, a really good two good green cards, and I guess not much else, but all right. So pack 2, give me a direction. That's a direction. Aragorn!
I will take the ring to Mordor.
Aragorn's very, very good, obviously. 3/3 for 3. Ring temps, counters everywhere. Phenomenally good card. Also, Rosy Cotton. And the good news here is that this friendly rivalry will probably table because red-green's one of the worst color combinations. So, Aragorn's a slam dunk here. We'll probably table the rivalry or the Pathfinder, which is great. And there you go. Leave yourself open, find the lane, and do your thing. So, Aragorn's great. Hopefully table the rivalry. We're probably going to be base green white, and then we'll go from there. Yeah. What's this? A Ranger. So, not sure if we're going to be multicolor green yet or not, but I think that like we almost want to be. I think that the secret to drafting green is just to not follow the themes. Just don't be a food deck and don't be a scry deck. Just like take good cards, basically. There's Theoden. Theoden King, also a Great Hall of the Citadel for possible table. This pack is pretty good. It might table. Also generous Ent too. Theoden is interesting. We are playing a lot of humans so far. I think I'm kind of down with Theoden here. And we'll kind of like maybe Naya it up. And maybe try and table the Citadel or the generous Ent. This pack is pretty good. So Gandalf again. We're probably not making it. We could obviously end up with some of those the lands tapped that cast for winter colors, but probably not playing this. I don't think I've actually cast Theoden yet. Theoden's quite good. Double Strike's a hell of ability, obviously. So right now we need some help. Our curve is not great. We're looking for some of those good multicolor green cards kind of early. There's another friendly rivalry, but the green cards aren't really coming this back, which is kind of scary, actually. Yeah, Frodo would be great also. Eagles of the North, friendly rivalry. Saruman the White's not really great for us. Quarrel's End. Yeah, I mean, we're going to take rivalry here, but this is getting a little bit on the ugly side. This is the kind of card you want to table, not take at this point, but I don't think we really have another card we're interested in here. So, sure. Eagle is like whatever in this deck, and then Quarrel's also not great in this deck. We don't really care about spells or the graveyard, so only fixing so far is a Shire Terrace. Gimlet! That's my wee lad, Gimli.
That still only counts as one.
Also a Shire Terrace, and then not much else. Kind of a thin pack also. Gimli's fine. I mean, it's not like great or anything, but certainly reasonable. Yeah, Gimli's cool. We're not being greener. A lot of our best cards are green, and then we have Elven Chorus also. I think it's also just a really good card too. So we don't really have the curve for like an aggro Boros deck. It's interesting little drafto here.
Make a little noise here, huh?
Come on, I can't hear you.
Sorry. I said nothing irrelevant. Don't worry about it. I said I love Old Man Ent, but we're not multicolory enough yet. We don't have the fixing for it, so the card's really good. But all right, so get it. Crusher, Spearmaster, Reprieve, Elrond. Reprieve's fun. I'm pretty cool with Reprieve actually. Also an Envelope too, which I think is honestly just fine in our deck, but I'm not desperate enough for an Envelope just yet, so I'll take the Reprieve. So another Banish from Edoras, a Rohirrim Lancer. But color-wise, we're not in the best shape. Green like hasn't seemed very open, honestly. We just haven't really gotten any of the good green fixing cards, which kind of sucks. I'll take the Lancer. Another Farmer, Bravery, Lembas. His packs have been pretty bad, honestly. Like, Farmer is just like not very good in our deck at all. I mean, none of his cards are very good, honestly, so I don't think we're playing any of these, but alright. Gorebag, Stalwarts, and a bunch of garbage. Sure, Stalwarts is like mildly playable. Fog's pretty bad, but like the first one's like not heinous. It's also Spearmaster, just a human also. Right now we're at, I don't think we're playing the Farmer. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 3-drops. Let's take the Spear. The Fox is just like so bad. Alright, pretty bad pack. Alright, so we need some help here in pack 3. Shire Terrace isn't bad. It's not a great fixer, honestly. It is kind of awkward, but yeah, I'll take it. Alright, so we're looking for a good pack 3 here, because his first 2 packs have not been super friendly. Oh, that's a good one. Oh no, Frodo too? Oh god, no. Frodo's like the best possible card for our deck. Doors of Durd is also just busted though. Doors is like so good. Oh no. So Frodo obviously helps us out a lot with our, because we have 1,000 legends in our deck, and the ring will just be at 4 every game for the most part. There's a chance that both Frodo or Doors table for sure also. Doors is just so much more powerful. Ugh. Doors is so good. Our card is a little low. I'm taking Frodo. I'll take Frodo. Push the legend thing. Flower of the White Tree is also pretty good too, honestly. We have a bajillion legends in our deck too. I like flowering a lot. Merry, Ent, Mirror Guardian, Gimli are all cards you could play too. Also Hobbit Sting. So, pretty juicy pack for us. We'll table a good card out of this. A little hard to cast the tree, but I think it's definitely worth it. The card's very powerful. I think we're like splashing red at this point. So, tree's definitely worth it. The card's excellent. Hobbit Sting is pretty good. Alright, this pack's been helping out a little bit for sure. So it looks like we're green-white-ish. I think Gandalf is not going to make the cut here. Well, Gandalf is insane with my Frodo, so let's see. Shire Terrace. Battle of Bywater. Another Hobbit Sting. Well, the problem is our curve isn't particularly great. So the Hobbit Sting is a little awkward because, like, we don't have enough creatures, really. Elephant's, like, whatever. It's not. We never want to cast it. Just play a mountain, you know, like. Just take the Sting. We need some 2-drops. Pretty bad. Not that Mushroom Watchdogs is exciting. The first copy of Great Hall of the Citadel. I don't love that with two of the Shire Terraces also. Yeah, alright. I'll try for it. Watchdogs, shortcut to mushrooms. We have a Shire Scarecrow I might just play also. We don't have one yet. I might play a Shire Scarecrow in this deck. I might just need to. Watchdog's not very good here. Yeah. Gandalf and Frodo are busted together, obviously, so I get it. Reprieve. Oliphant. I kind of like Reprieve, honestly. We're just trying to, like, stall out the early game. And we're kind of base white. Here's a Battle-Scarred Goblin. We have 1 5-drop. I don't think we want the Watchdogs, really. Battle-Scarred Goblin's not great either. Alright, let's get the Enraged guy. We're obviously tempting a ton. The Moria's pretty good too, actually. This card's pretty good in our deck. Alright, take that. I would say we're not playing Stalwarts. This is a pretty ambitious deck. No Spearmaster. I think the Lancer makes the deck either, honestly. I don't know. We'll see how many playables we have, but... we are... The Hobbit Sting tables. It's our 3rd Hobbit Sting. We don't have enough creatures for Hobbit Sting. Like, I think I just want this Mirror Guardian. Like, if I have 1 creature and play Hobbit Sting, it doesn't do anything. So, play Mirror Guardian. Glorfindel, whenever you scry, it doesn't do anything. It's terrible. Alright, we got an interesting little brewski here, I'm not going to lie. Our mana base is certainly somewhat ambitious. Very weird that, like, green kind of didn't seem open. So we didn't see any many partings or any of the mana creature, which is kind of awkward. Again, I'm not thrilled to play Shire Scarecrow. We kind of just, like, need 2 mana cards and mana fixing, so... a lot of quality here. Gimli, Theoden, Aragorn, Gandalf. All pretty nice. We have some sideboard cards we might play too. Junior Diamond Blade. Let's take a look. Quite the oddball deck. Chat's on my bed. Quite the oddball deck here. Let's take a look. All right, so Draftsmith can't handle the multicolor nature of a deck, which is fine. So, creature count. We only have 13 creatures, so these Hobbit Stings are pretty sketch, honestly. Maybe we just need this Lancer. We have 23 cards here. Probably want like 16 lands in this deck because we have these awkward terraces and citadels and stuff. It is true that the chorus is better with creatures as well. Yeah, these Hobbit Stings are pretty bad, honestly. We should probably be trying to get as many creatures in our deck as possible. I guess Lancer's fine. Just play Lancer. Spearmaster's also, like, not the worst card ever. It's not great, but... we have 4 humans for Theoden. That's it. We have 6. Stalwarts of Asciliath could definitely go in this deck, too, because Tempt is pretty good. It's a human. And then Spearmaster's also just a human that also just blocks, too, so... Maybe we shave a Hobbit Sting. We already have some rule spells anyway. Let's shave a Hobbit Sting. Could shave Mirror Guardian. It does block well, which is nice, but... Farmer's just not good in this deck at all. It's not a human. We don't care about food. Just, like, not a good card. Frodo, Rivalry. Smite, Flowering, Samwise, Reprieve... Gandalf. We're casting Gandalf off of Chorus, Moria, Shire, Scarecrow. That's 3 right there, and we're playing the Hall. So you should have 4 free sources of blue. I think it's worth it this deck for sure. Scarecrow's not great, but we just need it. We need a blocker, and we need a mana fixer too. It's also just a creature for Chorus. Right now we're at 16 creatures. Wouldn't mind cutting a spell. Sphere Master's pretty bad. Just that card sucks. So play 16 lands. I don't know how many Shire Terrors we're going to play because it is pretty awkward. Song is just not good. It's just not a good card. It's like a fine sideboard card against like removal heavy decks, but we're not sideboarding obviously. So, all right. So sort by color here. I mean, white is the most prevalent by not a ton, but we're gonna play a Hall. Problem is, I feel like Shire Terrace is like almost necessary. Otherwise, our mana base is really, really bad. We're mostly, I'd say like red is the splash. Makes this Lancer really bad too. So like any card I can play over this Lancer. I can play like Lembas Spread maybe or something. Just play anything. Like I would play like a 2/2 white human for 2 over this Lancer. Because we're basically splashing red. Cut the Lancer and play like... Ugh. All the options are bad. I mean, like, I guess, like, Glorfindel's a 3/2. It's a legend. Does that really help? A little bit. Just, like, the white cards, like, Nimble Hobbit's just pretty awful. I guess Nimble Hobbit's not a terrible ring bearer. And it just blocks also. It's pretty ugly to play Nimble Hobbit in this deck, but if we're trying to make our mana work better, we just splash red-ish, sort of. So, I guess the Hobbit's fine. Alright, and then we get to play, like, at least one Shire Terrace. Hobbit's thing is just not very good in our deck. We just don't have that many early creatures. It's just not going to do anything. So, 6, 7. It's also the problem that Hall doesn't cast our red spells, which is super awkward too. We just don't play Shire Terrace and just like hope our mana works. I guess we have a Forest Cycler. We want that second white, I mean that first white early, but that's not. Shire Terrace sucks. So, all right. So I mean, this deck's a little ambitious. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely a little bit of a masterpiece, if you use the word lightly. But that's our deck. So it's prediction time. 7 wins, yea or nay. What do you think? We are in high mythic, so it's going to be a challenging one, so we'll see what happens. A lot of legends, though. We get a lot of the fellowships here. We have Frodo, Sam, Aragorn, Gimli, Gandalf. We have over half the fellowship, all right? And we also got Theoden hanging out, too. So that's got to count for something, right? We got the White Wizard. It has to count for something.
You need people of intelligence on this sort of mission quest. Thank you.
All right, folks, place your bet. You two folks, I guess I can pause the video, scroll to the comments, liking the video along the way. I mean, this is content. Look at this freaking deck, all right? Like the video, please. Thank you. And let me know what you think, believer or non-believer. Let's go. All right, prediction time. A lot of non-believers. Not that I necessarily blame you, but chat, coming out with me. We're going to keep. Theoden King, Smite the Deathless. Shire Scarecrow, all of our problems are solved. We have Scarecrow on 2, mana base perfect. Easy game. Blue-red. I imagine a good blue-red spell, so that could be a problem for us, but... Shire Scarecrow, our MVP. Let's hear it for Shire Scarecrow. Turn 2 Tron. Alright. Kind of want to just say go, honestly. Leave up reprieve. Playing Theod into a removal spell or counter spell just seems kind of eh. It's not doing much either, so. Ugh. It's so annoying. Nice reprieve. Alright, let's cast this. If they have a good blue-red spells deck, we're in big trouble because they have a lot of counter spells against us. It's dead. Alright. Well, they'll definitely never see freaking Gandalf coming, so. Lembas spread. All right, we're just gonna Gandalf. Just let them counter it. Whatever, it's fine. Counter this, and then we'll untap and play Stalwarts into Theoden probably. Stalwarts into. It's gonna resolve. Wow.
Inconceivable!
They have a, what's it called? 4 damage spell? Sure. They gone clubbing. And now we will draw a land and cast Stalwarts, hopefully. Alright. Our deck does look pretty bad so far, but we'll see how it goes. The ring tempts. Stalwarts is the ring bearer. We have double strike and reprieve to defend it. My card sucks. That's a good sign. I mean, they only have 2 cards. Their deck also looks kind of bad, so. Maybe not that bad, but. Alright, so. I guess we Swarming of Moria. Just say go. Leave up reprieve. Theoden next turn for double strike. If they can't grow this, I think we'll be alright. This is what I was saying about Sting being so bad in our deck. We have so few ways to put creatures in play. So our opponent is Shahar Shenhar, 2-time world champion. And they're in a Rangers Firebrand. Alright, I guess, sure. Gives the ring to the Knights. Thanks, X. Appreciate it. Alright. Aaron Rider of Gondor. Alright. We're going to cast Theoden and see what happens. Resolve instantly. Alright, we're going to cast the Aaron Rider. They can have a removal spell, but, like, whatever. Alright, great. So, we get some value here. Give double strike to our thing. Draw second reprieve. Ugh, reprieve's not looking very good this game. Reprieve is very, very awkward against. It's weird how it's very awkward against the blue-red deck because they don't tap out that much. But it is very good against with your own spells against counter spells. So if they go to counter your spell, you just bounce your spell back to your hand. So I haven't played this card much in the in limited format. So god damn it, I hate that card. All right, sure. A survivor. All right. Still okay. We can just draw a damn creature and kill this knight. Hobbit's thing's so bad in this deck. All right, so let's just attack, I guess. Yeah. Alright. So there you go. We got double reprieve available. Never want to cast a spell. I could have anything. Shire Scarecrow. Anything. Here they come. Low block. What do you got? Untap. That is not a creature. So the question is, does racing benefit us or them? This might not, the block might not work too. I'm just going to attack. So there you go. We need to draw any creature to turn our Sting on too. Just an embarrassing game. All right, untap and draw. Not a creature, but I guess not the worst. All right, I mean, attack. Glorious Gale's fine, so we have reprieve. We just bounce our own spell. So, like, that's kind of cool. All right, I mean, let's say go. You gonna mill me? They're gonna mill spell, obviously. Just 3 absolute heaters. They're gonna mill themselves. They want to go for the Gandalf sanction crap? Sure. They mill over Deliberation, Terrible Looter, and Knots. Deliberation's really good, obviously. So if they can scry, we're in trouble also. I guess they could just, like, probably can't resolve a spell. Yeah, sure. We have Haul now, so we don't even need the Scarecrow's mana fixing anymore. They can try and Gandalf sanction me. So we're going to... Oh, it's not Ward, right? If I reprieve this and reprieve it again... To reprieve it, draw a card. Alright. I think we just do it again, honestly. We just need to cash these things in, I think, so. I could have stunned their guy. I'm so bad. I'm sorry, folks. I just completely wasn't attuned with it. I'm an idiot. I played bad. I just forgot. My bad. Hi, I'm Jim. Welcome to High Mythic. Alright, let's play a land and play Elven Course. Try to find a creature. Top card is a land. Alright, I mean, they're going to sanction me next turn, which sucks also. Yeah, I just threw this game away, unfortunately. Oh, big punts. Big punts. Say go. Lembus. They sanction this, do I die? I scryed too. Oh yeah, we're super dead. I can't even block. Yeah, just stone punts. Here's Elrond, Lord of Rivendell. And another Knights? Jesus Christ. Alright, sure. We just need, I should kill his response, that's stupid. We just need, Oh, I fucked. I'm sorry, folks. I just played terrible this game. I'm just, like, not even paying attention. I should have killed his response, obviously. Now you have to draw off this thing and trigger this thing. I should have doesn't trigger, but... Yeah. Very, very bad.
Waka waka.
So they get to loot. Doesn't actually do anything, I guess, because of the this, but discard a club. Alright, so let's kill this like an idiot. And then block this to stay alive. And just hoping a bunch of creatures on top of our deck. I mean, we got a bunch of lands accounted for, so if we just have a bunch of creatures on top, that'd be great for us. We have a friendly rivalry. Yeah, alright. Yeah, so, I mean, I punted. This should be dead, and then we would have had a lot more time to assemble stuff or whatever. And, it's obviously, yeah. Very easy game to like bitch about, like, oh, we flooded or whatever, but like we made small mistakes and lost and deserve to lose. So that is what it is. So the Remember, folks, are brought to you by. Don't tell my sponsors I bet I played that game, right?
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
All right. Yeah, this is awkward but fine. We have Tron. We'll figure it out. What's up, Fee111M0? Watch every day on YouTube. First time seeing me on Twitch. You're great. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Tighten up, Chip. Tighten up. Forest go, sure. The Dunedain Smite Rivalry. Sure. Sure. Find some way to cast my Gandalf at some point. That'd be nice. Opponent's in mid-platinum, which is terrifying. Jim D. Fear and chat, please. That's not ideal. Ugh. Alright. Hate it, but we can do something, I think. Banished from Edoras. Alright. Not great, but... Top tips for new players' guide to standard. Just watch some content. Check out some deck lists. Call him. Call him. Alright, so pretty easy Rangers here. Hopefully they can't kill it. They can't cast Claim the Precious just yet. Would love to get a Ring Tempt off my Ranger. Probably go like Hobbit, Ring Tempt, maybe Banish. Do I think requiring a camera to show yourself IRL makes it accessible for stream? It definitely helps, yeah. It's pretty important. Take one. Yo, what are they doing to Dine? Peregrine Took.
Let's find some food.
Alright, so... Took's pretty good. I think we want to go Hobbit Rivalry, kill Peregrine Took. So play Hobbit. Play land. Put the ring on the Hobbit Rivalry. Oops. And we'll kill Pippin. Attack for 4. Wanted to attack with Golems so we can Edoras it. And then we have the Shire Scarecrow to get Gandalf going also.
Technology.
This is fine. The goal is to Edoras the Golem, so no rush to block it. We see a Pathfinder. That's all they got. We're in great shape here. Fantastic. All right, so we're just gonna jam and Scarecrow banish. So, get out of here.
Get off my plane.
You are henceforth banished from this land. Ring Tempt, sure. Hold the land. It's funny, I kind of want this to die so you can get another Ring Tempt off, but... Would have been like... Yeah, I mean, that would have been the upside of trading Hobbit for Golem, but then I couldn't banish it, so... Bag and Porter. Attack for 1. We have Reprieve and Gandalf. Interesting. Would I be happy trading the Dunedain Rangers for the Bag and Porter? Interesting. I think I would. We have a lot of ring temp in our deck anyway, and this Hobbit's not dying anytime soon either, so let's attack. We'll decline. Trade if you want it. And then we have Reprieve and Gandalf next turn. Very sneaky Gandalf also. Just gotta take it. Wow, okay. Alright, let's play a land. Sig up. Once we Gandalf, we can just chump with the Scarecrow too, because we have, it's our only blue card. We have perfect colors too, so. So chumping here and remanding their spell gets our race on, because we're at 6 really good. And we get Gandalf too, so I think we're, I don't say this game's locked up, but I think we're in phenomenal shape right now.
Don't tempt me further.
We're going to try to Ent's Fury. That sucks, because that doesn't help us at all reprieve. So... not much we can draw here. Can't draw Hobbit's Sting. Yeah, it's pretty crappy. We could reprieve into reprieve, it is true. I mean, I want to cast Gandalf, but I think we just want to cast reprieve here and just cash it in, honestly. Can't take it to the grave, you know, so let's reprieve here. See what we draw. Sting would at least make a trade. That was actually a sick draw. That's fine. All right, cool. All right, finish this guy off. You're good. All right, so that's fine. You win the fight. The Porter goes to 2 toughness. We could trade Gandalf for Porter. Actually, we can't. It's a grow. I'm sorry. But now we have the Enraged with the Gandalf to draw too, so let's fire up Gandalf. Jump on the Scarecrow. And now you get to go Enrage, draw off the Gandalf, have the Hobbit ready to go, get in for some points, threaten lethal next turn, and we're still pretty high up on life also. Alright, so... what do we want to leave up here? What color? We have... no 1-drops. Doesn't actually matter, I guess. Sure, we're going to draw a card. I'll leave a white up, I think.
I will take the ring to Mordor.
What a brave, nimble hobbit.
To bear a ring of power is to be alone.
Alright, sure. So we get to attack both of these. Loot. Discard land. Yeah, okay, so... alright, I mean, Flowering's pretty damn good next turn. And then Moria's a blocker as well, so... we got an old Chomsky? Oh, no. Oh, no, they have a freaking ambush. They did pause. They did have some priority pauses there, too, so that kind of sucks. Alright, so Gandalf is dead. That's bad for us. But I have Flowering to pump things up and a blocker from Moria. Can I Flowering, Moria, and tap? If I draw a land, I can. They are effectively at 8.
The salted pork is particularly good.
Doesn't look very good to me, honestly, but... can't sack treasure if this thing sacks foods, not tokens. Big tank. We draw 1 land, we get to go Moria and Flowering and tap. Here comes the Bag End Porter as a 6/6. We take 6. No blocks. cycle Troll. The Baguette's Porter. And they're going to play Mary and Sega. We draw a Generous Ent. That's actually a pretty good draw. Just casting Generous Ent here is actually pretty nice. And that's also a food. The food part isn't that relevant, I don't think, but they're at 5. We play Generous Ent. We could sack the food, tap the Mary, attack with the Hobbit and the thingy for lethal and force at least 1 block. Sorry, no, they have a food. Never mind. Alright, I think it just Hobbit, attack, loot, and play Generous Ent. We're putting a lot on the Ent, and they didn't have... I guess they had double black here, too, so they couldn't have a kill spell. They have a kill spell. Alright. Let's do it. Otherwise, we are... Oh, that's true, the port is a 7/7, because they just played a legend, too. That's an issue. Maybe we shouldn't do that, then. Hold on, let me think for a second. Alright, in that case, I think we're just going to play Flowering Attack and play Moria, and just hope they can't kill it. Or should I jam? Just jam, force blocks, loot, and then probably play Storming and Moria. So blocker here, we're at 6, 2, 3, 4. They have to block some stuff anyway. This is lethal through the food. We draw Gimli, Mournful Avenger, whenever another creature you control dies. And it's big because of the flowering, which is kind of cool. It'll have a ward also. That's better than Moria, right? Just like a bigger thing that has ward. And play the Ent next turn. Or... No, I can't play both. Alright, so... Wow. They're going to triple block the Hobbit. The Hobbit drops 3. It sucks like I draw this pre-combat, honestly, but... So we have to kill the Pathfinder and the Mary. Alright, sure. This shrinks the Bag End Porter a ton. So now I can't cast the Ent to defend against this. This is fine, though. So kill these 2. Porter's back to being a 5/5. Play Gimli. Say go. Now Gimli trades with the Porter, which is cool. So they have a legend. If they have a kill spell, we're dead, but what are we going to do? That didn't change, really. That's my wee lad, Gimli.
Certainty of death. Small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
Now we're at the lash. Yeah, sure. So, like, the ward is, like, not irrelevant. Alright, I mean, we got one of the Avengers here. Da, 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 da. I feel like we're dead or not here, so this might not be a savage slow roll. We now have 2 lethal attackers and a huge blocker, too. It does suck we didn't draw the Gimli before our combat step, but... Yeah, I can see them having Lash here, and just, like, being mad they can't kill it. Block. No option. Alright, never mind. Take 1. Alright, so... We have 2 lethal attackers and a huge blocker with a food. They have a 4/5. Couldn't they have pre-combated this and just like looted and had a 6/6? It's very strange. Alright, so we're going to untap. And they're forced to block both things and just trade both. but they can't trade with the enraged things. They have to block both. They lose both things. I keep one thing. I play Generous Sent. That seems pretty good to me, right? So send it.
Leroy Dragons!
Alright, so seemed like it would have been much better for them to just pre-combat Legend attack, but sure. Works for me. What are you gonna do? You know, I don't know what to tell you.
That's it. I'm going to Clown College.
Alright, well, we played it bad, and we lost the match, and then our opponent could have played better, and then we won the match. So, it all evens out, right? Sure. I mean, we're going to keep, but this hand's definitely on the sketchy side. We need to draw a land at least, preferably a white land. But we have, obviously, some pretty nice ones. Double tempt on 5. Oh, Hobbit's thing's so bad in this deck. Ugh. Oh, we played one Hobbit Sting, right? Yeah, we just played the one. We draw a forest. We draw a land. It wasn't a plains, but at least we can do our stuff now, so. I don't know what we need to cut this for, though, honestly. So. Prince Emerald and the 1-drop draw spell? No? No draw spell? Alright, well. Here's Aragorn. So there you go. Ideally, this blue-white deck can't deal with Aragorn. It's pretty good for us, right? We can draw some lands here, obviously, but... Aaron Rider Gondor. I mean, this is the good curve, but they are behind a turn, so... Draw plains. Forest. Stupid freaking forest. Stupid forest. Jubal, resub, thanks so much. Alright, just gonna play land and play a Mirror Guardian and say go. Stern Scolding! That's what they were going for. They couldn't Stern Scolding the Aragorn. Alright, let's draw land here, please. That's their holding up there. That's fine. Alright. Draw 3, make a token. That's pretty good. If we draw a land, I'm feeling pretty good about things also.
Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity.
Frodo Baggins. That's also really good. Alright, so whenever a legend ETBs, the ring temps, I can start putting crap everywhere. We're going to want to... I can't Frodo and Hobbit. God, this sucks. Alright, so play Frodo. Put the ring on Frodo. And then... What abilities do I want to give Aragorn and Frodo? First Strike is pretty good. I think it's First Strike, yeah. Alright, so we have a First Strike counter on both of these. We're just going to hold back and say go here, I think. Death Touch is probably next. That's not good. They play a mountain, now they can kill my Aragorn. That sucks. But we have a Frodo with First Strike. It must be blocked. It's kind of cool, so. Funny, Flowering is actually insane with... Ah, come on! Yeah, we were going to assemble First Strike and Death Touch on Frodo and then make it bigger with the Flowering so it can kill stuff. Yeah, Bass Song. Yeah, we're behind on lands here. Obviously pretty bad. Alright. Yeah, we're in trouble. Yeah, I think we're dead here. Just missed it. We missed the lands too many turns. Alright, well. We can attack, loot, grow the stalwarts, and then eat a token because this thing can't block. Which is pretty good. We could also Nimble Hobbit Sting, kill this thing, because like this thing is kind of gross. It's like pretty bad turn though. Like that's the only thing we're gonna do is do that. This is tough. This is not an ideal scenario. They have 5 cards. They're drawing a bunch more. That was a super sick smite. So we'd have a 5/4 on defense, and Frodo would kill a 1/1. They would get another 1/1 next turn. But I have a pretty good board at that point. And this thing will grow also. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to cast this. Attack, loot, trigger. Banish from Edoras is pretty good, actually. I think we dumped the Nimble Hobbit. This card's pretty terrible. Alright, so second counter, say go. They have to block, eats 1. I mean, we're probably dead here because they've drawn like 10 extra cards, but... Man, I have 7 lands to my 5 and 6 cards to my 4. Oh, sure. Alright. Oh my god. Alright, that's fine. Let's go to the next game. I mean, I'm just too far behind this game. Not ideal. Yeah, we should have no recourse. Alright, yeah, sure. What are you going to do? Opponent's deck seems good. Alright, we're going to keep. Connor says, first time watching, love the YouTube show. Thanks, friend. Appreciate it. You're great. Love my... Let's hear from my YouTube folks, huh? Any land is good here except for a Forest, and then a Forest is still fine. Very awkward mana base, for sure. Green usually has buttery smooth mana, but green wasn't really that open. I know folks have been like talking about the multi-card green deck a lot, myself included. So like a lot of folks are trying it. It's probably a bad time to try and do that, but whatever the current like buzz, you know, buzz around a certain deck is like not a very, very bad time to try that deck. All right, we should do a 2-drop at least. Thanks for following Modest Divine. If you haven't followed the stream, hit that follow button. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. My name is Jim, pro Magic player and full-time content creator. Appreciate all your support. God, stupid Forest. Why's it gotta be a Forest, huh? Here's Nimble Hobbit, our 24th card. Showing up every game, of course. Grima. Mazda with a raid. Thanks, Modest of Mine. Appreciate that. Let's get a shout out in chat, please. If you're tuning in, folks, this is some high Mythic drafts. Bronze and Mythic is complete, and now we're doing some Mythic drafts to prep for the Pro Tour. Pro Tour Lord of the Rings in a few weeks.
Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god!
Alright, Great All of a Citadel. It actually doesn't help us with our card. This is why this card can be really problematic at times. Is where we're kind of playing, we can't cast these, but can't cast Aragorn or Flowering. I kind of want to cast the Flowering first. Makes it much harder to kill this. I also wouldn't mind trying to play this and tempt in the same turn. So, play this, play Flowering. Just gonna say go. Nice 2-4 on defense, buy some time. Am I still enjoying the set? Yeah, it's fun. Dead Marshes plus Worm Tongue, a little wombo combo there.
What did you see?
Scribe on him. We draw another Plains. Well, I missed on land, so they need to draw Swamp to be able to kill my Aragorn with a hard removal spell. I guess we just cast Aragorn. Let's say go. We'll probably want to banish from Edoras the Worm Tongue next turn. And 5-4 Aragorn.
Good lord. Gigantism.
Agree that this set was a nice change from March the Machine. March the Machine was like the most rare, dense, like obscene, crazy set ever. Great, very, very fun draft set. But a lot going on. And this set's a little more like, let's just play some freaking cards. You know, no flip cards. Keep it simple. It's good. We draw Stalwarts of Asciliath. That was really good for us. That was like a really good draw. All right, so now I get to Stalwarts of Asciliath, Ring Tempt, put the ring on the Hobbit, give these both an ability. No, maybe I actually put the ring on the Stalwarts and just give a Stalwarts first strike also. That's even better, I think. So, first strike. Yeah, so I can go Stalwarts. Put the ring on the Stalwarts. So I want to give this thing the first strike counter. And now I have a 6/5 first strike and a... Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. Too many words on this card. Nice simple set, right? Yeah, so the first strike doesn't need to go where the ring goes. Sure, that's fine. So ring should have gone here. I screwed up. Attack with a 5/4 first strike. They block with actual everything. I kill these two, and then Aragorn won't die. They can just block and sack, though, which they're probably going to do anyway. I think it's fine to force that, though. It's attack. We have some pretty big attacks coming over the next 2 turns with our ridiculously large Aragorn and Stalwarts. All right, good old first strike. Yeah, that's the kind of mistake you usually can't recover from, but we'll see what happens. Here's a enraged Doofer to give the ring to the Vanguard, but I mean that's yeah, you can't cover from a blowout like that. Now you get Gimli, Mournful Avenger for more legendary stuff too. Does that really do much for us? Not really. Probably just banish Amenaros, ship the thingy. They can sack it. We sack for 1 million. Yeah, just gonna banish the 4/5. Definitely not happy I can't cast these. You know, I only have 1 Great Hall, but like if you want to do the Great Hall thing, you can't really play spells that aren't legends. So.
Get off my plane.
Alright. Send it. These both have first strike. This is the ring, so the oh, they can block this. I'm sorry. I had it backwards. Whatever. This should have stayed on, but it's fine. Chump block the Stalwarts. Banish the Wormtongue? I don't think so. I don't think Wormtongue does much here, honestly, so obviously Hobbit should have stayed home. Oopsie. In for 5. Next tempt gives us lifelink counters too, so definitely looking for attempts here. I think Frodo Baggins would be the best possible draw in my deck. Khazad-dûn. Can't handle these guys, so we draw land. Alright, so even with first strike, if they double block, they triple block Aragorn, they can kill it, so same with the Stalwarts, but we trade with the Stalwarts for the Troll. Huh. I can also just tap something too, right? That works too. So we can just tap, let's think for a second. Alright, so if I tap the Troll, I'd have to double block to kill this, and we get it for 11, which is like fine, I think. I'm playing Gimli. I know, let's figure out what I want to do. Yeah, we tap the Troll, I think. Obviously, Troll is good as a block. I guess, like, so we gotta tap something so they can't double block and kill my stuff. We tap Wormtongue, Troll eats Hobbit, and they take 11. Yeah, tap the Troll. Like this. Pay. What's up? I guess you have the army and they can't double block. That works too. I guess that's fine. They're not going to block anyway, but sure, that's fine. All right, so in for 11. Grows the Gimli to a 6/4. Troll single blocks nimble, and they can chump block one of these too. I don't know, I'm not sure. Either way is pretty good, so. Card's good. Yeah, surprisingly good. Indra and limited. Alright, so they're going to return the Vanguard, make a food, and cast it. Sure. If we just draw a spell we can cast, that'd be super cool. I attack with Stalwarts, they block with Troll and the other stuff. And then next turn, this grows. I might just say go, honestly. They have the Haunt, but they can't bring it back. They have a land. I'm at 19, they're at 4. If I attack with everything, this blocks this. Attack with everything. Troll trades with Gimli. Chump here, sack. Everything's not bad, actually. Sure, let's do it. Let's send it. They could block all 3 on one of these, and then the 3/3 on this, and then sack the thing mid-combat and kill the Gimli. But I think that this is still, they can't, everything's lethal, so. They have a trick here because it gets a little ugly, but alright, so trade. They have a trick, they have a trick. Alright, that kind of sucks. So, we lose Aragorn. And Gimli. They lose the thing. That was pretty bad. Yeah, I really hate attacking like that most of the time, but sure. Let's say go. We definitely should not have attacked there. That was a very bad attack. There's no reason to get blown out when our hand's pretty good and our board's so good. Chat talked me into that one. Alright, well, at least we can cast our spells now, right? So now we can go Shire Scarecrow. We can cast Moria on our turn and Smite on their turn. I should guess first, that was stupid. Attack. Consignment treasure, that's true, actually. Yeah, that's fair. Hold the land for possible loot, say go. I'd say at 18-1, we're in pretty good shape here, right? Sure.
To bear a ring of power is to be alone.
Alright, so we'll just smite whatever they don't block with. They're gonna attack. Then moving to attack position. They're just block and smite, right? Like they're 1, they block and loop. Yeah, that's fun. All right, we can't block that. Yes. Come on, man. All right. Block with Haunt, sack it, I kill the Golem.
What did you see?
It's the ring on the troll. That's kind of weird, right? When you put the ring on the haunt, so when you sacrifice it, you get 2 orcs. Or a mass 2. It's kind of weird. Alright, what are we drawing to here? Let's play let's go. Definitely don't like this game. This game is close, you know? Oh my god, come on. Yeah, we just absolutely threw this game that way on that attack. That was just a horrible attack. Alright, let's draw a spell, I guess. God damn, you son of
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
Couldn't draw it the last like 3 turns. Be totally, totally great. Yeah, that's a pretty brutal game. That attack was heinous. That attack was just so bad that turn, though. We deserve to lose this game. So, very, very ugly game. Very, very bad turn. Gross. That was the whole draft too. Well, that was a very poorly played draft on my part. Our deck wasn't great. I mean, I think we scrapped together a pretty decent deck, but all in all, that was some pretty badly played games. Hop on over to Untap. Take a look at our stats here, as we always do. Put it on limited. Track all your games. Untap.gg. And yeah, I mean, I think we like. It was a very weird draft because green wasn't that open, and I guess it's kind of a product of every single limited podcast that's come out in the last 7 days has been about multicolored green decks. So we didn't see a single many partings. We saw one of the mana creature, because now everyone's trying to do that. We were all about that, 2 weeks ago or whatever on Bronze Mythic, but now everyone else is trying to do it too. So definitely hurt our capabilities to be the monocolored green decks. We didn't find the fixing. I think we scraped together a pretty decent deck overall. It was fine for how awkward the seat was. But if we played better, we would have won 2 of those games probably. But it is what it is. So that's the deck. More drafts come on stream. You two folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, you're all great.